Okay, let's go there. Obedience does not require understanding. For those who follow a religion, let's just give the example of Christianity. Christians were instructed to love our neighbors as we love ourselves, yeah? That love is a command. It is a command from God to love our neighbors as we love ourselves. It doesn't say love your neighbors as you love yourselves only if you understand them. What? Hey, Shaw, I hope you're well. I am feeling amazing right now. I just finished Kundalini yoga class and just feel open. Have you ever been stuck in an era of your life? Like you went through a really, really hard time. You made it out of that time. You're doing well, but some part of you still wants to exist in that time, or you're still existing in it even if you don't want to. That's what's happened to me. And I realized that during yoga class this evening. There's a concept called Kundalini awakening. It's basically receiving spiritual downloads while you're practicing Kundalini yoga. It's messages from spirit that come through so clearly. And I experienced that this evening and it was amazing. And I realized that as a woman who survived stage 2 breast cancer and went through chemotherapy and a double mastectomy and surgery complications and radiation, I beat cancer. But I got stuck in that pain body of being a cancer patient, of someone who is limited in how much she can move, limited in what she's able to do without injury. I'm feeling a shift right now, and that shift in this era of my life, I'm going to name limitlessness. It feels great to be limitless, to be just in full belief of myself, of my intuition and my gifts, having the confidence to share those gifts freely. I would like to share one of my gifts with you all right now, and that is writing poetry. I have a poem that I just started writing this morning. It is by no way complete, but I think it's a vibe so far. So I'm going to share that with y'all. Is righteousness the new wave? Will BBLs be replaced with Bibles? Will we end generational cycles? Will all the certified PDF files pay for the children they defiled? Will Diddy take that karma for running wild? Will women finally be believed? Will little black girls choose books over bust-down weaves? Will we exchange all the world's plastic for trees? And please, will there be more bees? Pollinating flowers planted by seed in urban gardens where rose bushes do grow from cracks in concrete. Thorns scratch the arms of gentrifiers who treat any black child, woman, or man as less than. Will abundance abound? Will bombs cease in Gaza? Will we stop caring about celebrity drama? Will we know what it is to finally be free? As an artist, there is so much freedom in embracing imperfection. I am a perfectionist. If you've been watching me long enough, you could probably tell I'm meticulous about a lot of things. I was taught anything worth doing at all is worth doing well. I was taught to not fail. So when I did, I took it miserably. I pointed all fingers at me. I didn't yet know that there's no condemnation for those who love God. There's no condemnation, and that's a beautiful thing. God created us in their image, but only God is perfect. That reflection of God in our image is the uniqueness that we have. It's our gifts, it's our abilities, it's us at our highest, kindest, most present selves, most aware selves. It's awareness. I've been opening my awareness. And part of opening my awareness is recognizing that I am not going to be the same every day. Right now I'm on a spiritual high, but life don't work that way. We have highs and we have lows. We have times where it feels like we're not even moving. Do you know what it's like to not feel like you can move? I do. Call that my life last year. It's as if my social stamp disappeared, but not really. It just came virtually. I shared my story online, connected to the divine, got even more fine. I'm just slowing, y'all. Bear with me. That's the end of poetry time. I'll save that hot fire for the next time I make a video. But I also wanted to share some lessons that I received today that just really spoke to me and hopefully will speak to you. I was watching a spiritualist who I enjoy, Darcel Andre. He had a YouTube live, and one message that came through on that live is there are no shattered dreams. That spoke to me, and I'm sure that could speak to so many of us, right? Do you have a dream that feels like it's been shattered or just unfulfilled? Langston Hughes talks about a dream deferred. What happens to a dream deferred? I'm not going to recite the poem, but what happens to it? Does it dry up in the sun? Does it crust over? When you have dreams that feel unfulfilled, they can feel shattered, especially when it's not for lack of want. It's not for lack of work ethic. It's not for lack of intelligence. Certainly not for lack of deserving. It's just that life happens. Life knocks us off of our course often. I think of us as cyclists, having to be in that skinny bike lane that sometimes when you're along the road will just disappear. And vehicles can knock you off of the road. Life knocks us off of the road sometimes. And it's crucial that we give ourselves time to get back on, that we don't badger ourselves for not being able to just snap and move back to normal. Life can knock us off course to the point that there is no normal anymore. And what happens when you have no normal is that you have to rebuild it brick by brick. I've been rebuilding my bricks since dealing with uterine fibroids, nearly a year of suffering. Or not suffering, I don't want to call it that. Struggle. Stuart Wilde defines struggle as effort laced with emotion and desperation. I'll repeat that. Struggle is effort laced with emotion and desperation. Who wants to be desperate? Unless you're desperate for God, unless you're singing gospel, don't nobody want to be desperate. But that's what struggle is. I grew up in high school where it was a joke to say, I'm on the struggle bus, or this person's on the struggle bus. We didn't know yet that the power of life and death lies in this tongue. Why would you ever assign struggle to yourself? I don't struggle no more, I win. Even with my hair growing out my braids, I don't struggle. Correction, let's even remove struggle. This is a mantra for us. I always win. Let me add something to it. With God, I always win. With God, I always win. With God, we always win. It's true. It's true, y'all. Believe me. Please believe me. All right. Next lesson that I got is that obedience does not require understanding. Okay. Let's go there. Obedience does not require understanding. For those who follow a religion, let's just give the example of Christianity. Christians were instructed to love our neighbors as we love ourselves. Yeah. That love is a command. It is a command from God to love our neighbors as we love ourselves. It doesn't say love your neighbors as you love yourselves only if you understand them or their lifestyle choices or their identities or their sexual preference or their gender. What? I ain't see that asterisk in the Bible. Obedience does not require understanding. Same as when we just get that urge from spirit, where we just have that intuition to do something, to turn around or to gift something to someone, or to do something that just feels uncomfortable, to say the uncomfortable. That's challenging. But obedience does not require understanding. Imagine God is trying to bless you when you sit there saying, but God, explain it to me. Let me know step by step what I need to do. God is like, girl, if you don't sit down and get your blessing, obedience does not require understanding. Do these steps and those prayers that you've been asking for so long, that you've shed tears for, can be answered if you just stop asking questions and obey. Ooh, that's the word. I felt that one. I'm speaking to myself, y'all. I might sound forceful, but I am also speaking to me. I hope it's speaking to you. Let me know if it is. If you're still watching at this point and you're feeling the vibe, put a purple heart in the comments. All right. All right. Third lesson that I got from Darcel's Live is abundance is on the other side of self-limitation. Darcel's so deep. Abundance is on the other side of self-limitation. So many of us pray for abundance, right? We want more than enough. So many of us are tired of having not enough or scratching and surviving. Hanging on a child line. Like nobody wants that, right? That abundance could be there if we open up our possibilities, if we actually believe that there can be a solution to our problems outside of what is in our brains. You know how tiny our brains are in comparison to the mightiness of God? I'm going to sit down and listen. I want that abundance for myself, and I'm existing in abundance. There's evidence of it all over. There's evidence of abundance in that I have hair poking out of my braid. Y'all, I was bald last year. I lost all my hair in chemotherapy, and look at the abundance. I ain't even mad at it. I might try to go through with a crochet needle and fix it, but look, abundance. Abundance of smile, abundance of glow, abundance of love, abundance of success, abundance of relationships that are meaningful and help me grow. Ooh, an abundance of health. I am well, y'all. Inside and out. Mentally, physically, financially, spiritually, careerly. I don't know the term, y'all. But I'm well. All right, last one. Abundance is genetic. Sit with that. What that makes me conjure up is my ancestors. I have the huge privilege of being able to trace my ancestors from Nigeria. My mother is from a prominent family. Let's say that. So her grandfather was Herbert Macaulay, who is the father of Nigerian nationalism. He has a Wikipedia page, y'all. Like, I joined Ancestry.com and there's so many documents. I found out that he was a Freemason, that he was a violinist, that he was an engineer and an architect and a politician. He did so many things. That is abundant. He lived a life of abundance. And even though he also had challenges and opposition, his life is the evidence that abundance flows through my veins. And I have so many other ancestors who have evidence of abundance. And it is a privilege that their blood flows through me. Think of your ancestors, y'all. Even if you don't know them, close your eyes and breathe and put your hand on your heart, and they are there with you. That blood pumps through you, and it is abundant. May we all feel connected to the abundance that flows through us. May we all feel loved and seen by God in our communities. May we all prosper. May we all persist until we succeed. May we all laugh more than we cry. May we all experience joy. You can pray to whoever you pray to. I pray to the mighty name of Jesus. Amen. Hope y'all enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to like the video, write a comment, and of course, subscribe to my channel. Until next time, y'all, be well. Bye-bye.